guys, we're going to keep reading about Earth Day and different ways we can take care of our world. This one is titled, Don't Be a Litter Monster. Do you know what litter means? Litter means you take your trash and you throw it on the ground or places it doesn't belong. Where does trash belong? Trash belongs in a trash can, or if it's something that can be recycled, like a plastic bottle or a glass bottle, we can put it in a recycling bin, but we don't ever put it on the ground. That's called littering. This book again is titled Don't Be a Litter Monster by Lindsay Custer. This is the litter monster. He eats everything in sight. He thrives on trash and pollution, and he never turns out the light. He would rather drive than walk, and he buys way more than he needs. The litter monster thinks it is a way of life, but really it's just greed. Excuse me, I say, why is it that you don't care? Don't you see what you're doing down here and up there? You see, litter monster, I used to be just like you. I used to be wasteful and want everything brand new. Until one day, all of the pollution caused a cough that would not go away. I tried to take medicine, but I still coughed night and day. Remember, we talked about pollution yesterday. Pollution is that dirt and that yucky stuff in the air. It's not good for us to breathe in. It all changed when I learned about the 3 very special R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. They're really not that hard. The first R is reduce, which means to use less and not waste, like turning off the water after you squirted out your toothpaste. We talked about that yesterday, didn't we? You get your toothbrush wet and then you squirt the toothpaste on it, turn the sink off, brush, turn the sink back on, turn the water back on. To brush, that saves about 18 glasses of water. It's so good to take care of the earth and save water and reduce the amount of water we use. The second R is reuse, which means to use something over and over rather than throw it out. Reusing items will make the earth a cleaner place without a doubt. So instead of using a plastic water bottle, you can use a glass to drink out of. Then you can clean the glass and you can put it away, and then you can reuse it next time. So she might be using a disposable straw, so you drink out of it one time and then you throw it away. But she could use a different kind of straw and she could be reusing it. They have metal straws now that you can use and then clean and then reuse. I've been trying to use some metal straws, or just skip the straw altogether. That way I don't have to create a lot of trash. And I'm working on switching from plastic bottles to a metal water bottle. Or if I do use a plastic bottle, I reuse it with the water from my fridge. Okay, the third R is recycle, which means to use materials from old items to make something new. Like recycling bottles, cans, and newspapers. It's very easy to do. The little girl begged, "Will you please, litter monster, give those 3 special R's a try? With your help, there will be less pollution in the sky." The litter monster sat and listened what the little girl to what the little girl had to say. Then he stood and shouted, "I will change my ways today." After that, the little girl and the litter monster became dear friends. They follow the 3 R's until the very, very end. See our pretty illustration? That's our planet, Earth. It's got land and water, and it's got a heart because we love it. Gotta take care of it. The end. So we talked about the 3 R's again today: reduce, reuse, and recycle. The next book we're going to read today is titled, Why Should I Recycle? This one is written by, let me see, well, it's illustrated by Mike Gordon. Let me find the author's name. It's written by Jen Green. Why should I recycle? In my family, we recycle our garbage. We return things so they can be used again. We didn't always recycle. We used to throw everything away. On our way to school, we always pass Mr. Jones's house. Mr. Jones is our teacher. One day, we saw him putting a special box with cans, bottles, and papers by the gate. What are you doing? What's he doing? This box is for recycling. All these things are taken away and used again, said Mr. Jones. What's recycling? I'll explain at school. Oh, the dog thinks recycling is this, like on a unicycle. That's funny. Not quite right, dog. In class, Mr. Jones asked us what we did with our trash. We put it in the garbage can. Yeah, it's just old garbage. Mr. Jones said garbage contained lots of useful things that can be recycled or used again. Why should I recycle? Mr. Jones took the class to a recycling center. It had separate containers for bottles, cans, plastic, clothes, and paper. What do you think happens to all the glass that goes in there? Asked Mr. Jones. It all gets broken down to make new, shiny bottles. And guess what happens to all the cans that go in here? Asked Mr. Jones. They get melted down to make new metal things such as bikes and scooters. Wow! And what about the paper and plastic that goes in here and here? Mr. Jones asked. The paper gets shredded and used to make new books and comics. All these things come from garbage that we just throw away. This plastic can be used to make all kinds of things, including clothes. You might be wearing some, said Mr. Jones. So why waste waste? Most of the garbage we put in the trash gets buried in dumps that spoil the countryside. It's good to recycle as much as you can, said Mr. Jones. So what else can we recycle? Clothes, books, and toys that you don't want can all be taken to the secondhand store, explained Mr. Jones. So that's like a thrift store is another word for it, a thrift store like Goodwill. You can take your old things to a thrift store so other people can buy them and use them. The food we buy at supermarkets comes in packages that can often be used again. Don't waste waste, Mom. So instead of throwing away that jug, that plastic jug, he's going to use it for a planter. That's creative. That reminds me of the last book we read. I told Mom and Dad about our trip to the recycling center. Now we buy recycled things at the store. Recycled paper helps save trees. We always recycle the plastic bags too. We brought our own bags. Thanks. I use those when I go to the grocery store. I bring my own bags and I reuse them over and over again. We also recycle everything at home. Fruit and vegetable peelings get recycled on our new compost heap. We do that here too. The compost helps my mom's prized vegetables grow. Now we recycle so much garbage that there's hardly anything left to put in the can. That is awesome. Recycling is kind to nature. It saves money and it's fun. The end. Give me just a second. I'm going to show you my reusable water bottle, my reusable grocery bags, and I also have a reusable produce bag. Okay guys, so here are some of the things that I use to try and reduce the amount of garbage that I produce. So instead of using a plastic water bottle that you drink out of and then you throw away, a disposable one, I use one that you can put in the dishwasher or hand wash, and you drink out of it, and when you're finished you wash it and you fill it back up so you don't throw away water bottles. Okay, when I go to the grocery store, I bring my bags that I have bought from the grocery store. They cost maybe about $1, and every time I go I bring my bags and I say, I don't need any of your plastic bags. I brought my own, and I keep reusing them, and that saves plastic bags. I also found recently at the grocery store some produce bags. So instead of having to get those little plastic bags to put your fruits and vegetables in, I found that they have reusable mesh produce bags. So I can put my produce in here and put it in my shopping cart. So those are 3 things that I've found that I've started working on and getting better at to help take care of the earth. So if you have anything that you're really proud of and that you've done to try and help take care of the earth, take a picture of it or make a little video and let us know. Alright guys, I'm proud of you. Y'all keep taking care of the earth, and let's have a great day. Bye guys.